What's good, people? Jimmy Bones here. Just wanted to talk about the new Grand Theft Auto DLC, the biker DLC that dropped just last week. Going over the pros and cons of that DLC and how they shape up, and compared to the other, I guess the other DLCs that have dropped, like CEO, Finance and Felony, sort of thing like that. As far as money goes, I definitely think it's not the best way to go. It's probably second best, just under CEO missions doing crates and whatnot. But the thing with the crates is that they're highly repetitive, as well as it's really kind of essential to have at least one other person doing crates, because if you do them solo, what I do is when I'm by myself, I'll go for 2 crates at a time. And if there are 2 separate vans and whatnot, I have to make 2 trips. That's why it's so important to have another person with you. Same with the new biker gang missions. When you resupply your supplies, if you don't have 1, 2, 3 more, and go up to 8 people in your group at once, which is great, because everyone can pull their weight, and then there's just a lot more options for everyone to I guess get their hand in the pot and then all come together and help. I guess the leader resupply his markets, meth, cocaine, or weed. I use the cocaine as well as the meth. Those 2 make the most money. But the mission variation is probably the biggest difference aside from the money. The missions in the biker gang DLC are a lot more, I wouldn't say player friendly, but they're just a lot more fun in general. The biggest negative with those missions, though, however, is that you have to travel super far distances sometimes. 7 kilometers, like way past Trevor's, way past Chiliad Mountain. You have to go all the way around to basically the end of the map and bring it possibly back to the city, and that's just a normal occurrence. I have a Hydra. That is probably the biggest difference, I guess, that changed how I play the missions, because throughout those missions, if they're that far, 80% of the time I'm gonna go grab my Hydra. I'm gonna fly it over, pick up the package, and then just fly it back, and the mission will be done a lot quicker. As I said, though, it's not the best source for money. When I first got into it, I was really pissed off because I put probably 4 or 5 million into my business from the beginning, and then I didn't see any of that back, at least for 2-3 days. It's been about a week now, and I'm starting to see $500,000 come back probably twice a day after I resupply, and then wait for my workers to produce the product again and then sell it. It's basically wait and sell sort of thing. So as you're resupplying, they're producing the product. Even if it's like fully supplied, you can do other missions or contracts in your clubhouse, which can store bikes. Which the bikes, like the new ones, look awesome. The new Damon one, they have basically $1 million bicycle, which is probably, I think it's definitely the fastest bike in the game. It's probably in the top 3 fastest vehicles, if not the fastest vehicle in the game. I raced another guy who was on that bike, and I was in my Hydra, and I didn't really leave him like that, as I really should have, or compared to other cars where I can just leave them in the dust. I could not leave this bike in the dust, even as we're both going at the same speed. As I said, though, the new bikes are good, and the new customization on those bikes is also great. We can switch up colors a lot, change up different parts. Every single intricate part of the bike can be customized to what you like, and you can tailor it to what you want to get out of that bike, which you can really make the perfect bike from your opinion, so you can get exactly what you want, or these customizations out of all these bikes. So it's a free DLC, so it's great. It's probably the best aside from making money, because they added a new clubhouse with the CEO adding the towers. The tower is only good for the CEO missions. The new DLC, it also adds another 6-car garage, which is great. So you can put basically start fresh over and buy 10 bikes, put them all in there, and it has like a little showcase for the bikes where they're all lined up. It looks great, and then you can start up your own, basically your club gang. As I said before, you can change your outfits from player to player. You can rename it, and then even going further, your emblem, I guess, shows on your back from all your clothes. There's new clothes that are added to the game, which adds a lot more customization and variation to the game. So I believe there's more than 20 missions that were in CEO, probably up to 30. But the biggest negative, I say, is definitely just the traveling far distance. Some of the missions are great, though, like pull up and then knock everyone off their bike, or it's one of the contracts, like shoot up all the vans in a hydro. That's a lot of fun, but I think they should have tweaked, or should tweak it more to where you can make more money out of the crates. Maybe like the cocaine one, which is locked at $4.20 now, bump that up to like $6.50 or $7.50 just to make it more worthwhile, because you put so much money in and you don't really get that back immediately, which can kind of turn some people off. It turned me off. I hated it first 3-4 days. Eventually, I kind of got more in tune to it, and now the money's starting to flow. But that's pretty much it. My thoughts on those, missions there. Rockstar's release Red Dead 2's official announcement, which is crazy. And so that's pretty much it. Jimmy Bones here. Comment, like, share, subscribe. What you think on this DLC and how you rate it compared to other, DLCs that Rockstar's release. And I'm out.